ISUPK.
You know what it is, make sure you log into ISUPK, cause all going up. We've got the twins here, everyone's inside, man. Know what it is, man. Don't know, make sure you log in, subscribe. Here's the information here. Yes, my brother. Don't know.
We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepared to die. We want no cowards in our camp, never let their brothers die. We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepared to die.
ISUPK started out 1 West 123rd Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. The ISUPK teach that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the real Israelites that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
The real Jews that the Bible speaks of, man. And now we're out here today to let black people know they need to start loving themselves, man. They need to stop loving all these other nations. Why? Because loving all these other nations don't get us anywhere, man. It doesn't stop the black on black crime, man. It don't stop the mass abortions. It don't stop us getting deported. You understand? All these Arabs can come over here when they didn't go through the Windrush. They didn't go through slavery for 400 years. Right? We get mistreated. So that's why we need to stop loving these other nations, man. And let me tell you something, man. Christianity has taught us to love these other nations when loving these other nations ain't biblical, man. Christianity teaches that we can be homosexuals, man. Christianity teaches that we can dress like women. Christianity teaches that we can eat swine. What Christianity teaches ain't biblical, you understand? And we're out here today to teach you what the Bible actually says, man. We're going to show you that the Jews are actually black, according to the Bible. And we're going to show you why you need to start loving your own people, man. Right? Everybody says they love God. But get me, 1 John chapter 4 and verse 20, man. Everybody claims that they love God, but they don't know how to love God. They claim that they love Jesus and they know him. They don't know Jesus and they don't love him, man. Why? What does the Bible say? How does the Bible say you have to love God? How does the Bible say you have to worship God? We're going to show you today, 4 and verse 20.
1 John 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God.
If a man say what?
If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
He is what?
He is a liar.
He is what?
He is a liar.
You can't say you hate black people, you understand? You can't deport black people, run around and pillage them for over 400 years, and claim you love God. That's what these Christians do, man. When we're in the communities killing each other, aborting our children at mass rates, dying in the streets at police brutality, you can't love black people, man. You can't love God, man. Read that from the top again.
If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen,
Whom you have what?
whom he hath seen,
Whom you have what?
whom he hath seen. How can he say, how can he love God whom he've not seen?
So, if you understand that the Israelites are black, and you hate black people, and then you know that God's black, and Jesus Christ is black, how are you hating black people and expecting to love God, man?
That's right.
When he looks just like a black man? when he has woolly hair just like us, when he has black skin just like us, according to this Bible, you do not love God and hate black people at the same time, man. It's counterproductive, man. Read, get me, Daniel 7 and verse 9, man. Because we're going to show you what God looks like according to this Bible, man. God's a black man according to this Bible. And you cannot hate black people and love God. You cannot hate the people that went through slavery, through the transatlantic slave trade for 400 years. Deport us. Police brutalize us. You understand? Call us all manners of niggers. You understand? Keep us at the bottom of society. Don't want to put us in our own land. Steal our culture and claim you love God. Why? Because God looks just like them, man. Real.
Daniel 7, verse 9. I beheld, at the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. Who sat? The Ancient of Days did sit.
The Ancient of Days, man. Who's the Ancient of Days? Who comes before days was even made? That's the Most High. That's the God that the Bible speaks of, man. And what? He said he was sitting down, man. So I was just sitting down because he has a body, he has a physical manifestation that he has to be sitting down, you understand? And for him to have a body, he has to have an appearance, man. Read.
Whose garment was white as snow.
For him to have a garment on, he must have a physical shape. He must have an appearance, man. Read up.
And the hairs of his head.
The what?
The hairs of his head.
The what?
The hairs of his head. Like the pure wool.
Like the what?
Pure wool.
Like the what?
Pure wool.
God's hair was like what?
Wool.
So if God's hair is like wool, what is he, man? He's a Negro, man. He's a black man, just like the black people you see today. For God to have woolly textured hair, he has to be a black man, man. So how are you hating black people and expecting to love God when God is black? He has woolly hair just like the black people you see today, man. When you ripped out our hair, when you ripped out our teeth, you understand? What do you think God was feeling, man? Nah, God ain't gonna be happy about that, man. Get me. Salakia, John 14 and verse 9, man. Why? These people say they love God. These people don't love God. You don't even love your own brothers, man. You're killing your brethren in the streets. You're dashing your sisters to the side, having sex with them, you understand? Look how many single parent households we have, man. You don't love your brothers, you don't love your sisters, man. You ain't of God, man. You don't know how to love God. Only the ISUPK can teach you how to love God, man. So okay, read it. John 14 and verse 9.
John chapter 14 verse 9. Yahushua saith unto him, have I been so long time with you?
So this is Yahushua, man, so-called Jesus Christ. Read.
And yet hast thou not known me, Philip?
So we're saying to Philip, have I been amongst you and you don't know me, man? Read.
He that have seen me, have seen the Father.
He that seen me has what?
Seen the Father.
He that seen me, he that seen Jesus Christ, have seen what?
Seen the Father.
So, we can show you that Jesus Christ is a black man. And if Jesus Christ is a black man, what is the Father? He's a black man too. You can't see Jesus Christ and know he's a black man and not know the Father is a black man, because Jesus Christ is a physical manifestation of the Father, the Most High God. He looks exactly the same, man. And we're going to show you that. We're going to show you what Jesus Christ looks like according to the Bible, man. Get me Revelations, man. 1 and verse 14. Jesus Christ is black. Most High is black. God is black. His children are black. The angels are black, man. This is a black man's book. And you don't know how to worship this God of this Bible, man. Read.
Revelations 1:14. His head and his hairs were white like wool. Salakia. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
So this is revealing the physical appearance of Jesus Christ, man. Read.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
He had a garment on, man, down to the foot, man. You understand? He had a garment on, so he had a body, man. And what does Jesus Christ's body look like? Because everybody says Jesus Christ didn't have a color. How can he not have a color, man? How can he have walked this planet and not have a color, man? That don't make no sense, man. That means it's not real. But this is a real book. And this book describes what Jesus Christ looked like, man. Read.
14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So just like the Most High, just like God, Jesus Christ's hair was like what?
Wool.
Was like what?
Wool.
So for Jesus Christ's hair to be like wool, he has really textured hair on this planet today, man. It's black people, man. Just like the black people you see today. That's how Jesus Christ's hair look, man. That's how God's hair look, man. Read on.
As white as snow.
As white as snow, man. So it was grey all over. White and woolly hair. You understand? And that's how God's hair also looks. If you look at Jesus' hair and see white and woolly hair, grey and woolly hair, that's exactly how the Most High hair looks, man. Read.
And his eyes were flames of fire.
His eyes were a flame of fire, man. Because he drank wine. They called him a wine bibber, man. That's why his eyes was a flame of fire. You understand? Read them.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
His feet had a color too. And they were like what?
Fine brass.
Like fine brass, man. And if anybody knows what brass looks like, that is a derivative of brown, man. Christ had brown feet. And for his feet to be brown, that means the rest of his body must have been brown, man. That means that Christ was a black man. Just like God is a black man, man. A black man with woolly hair. God's a black man with woolly hair, man. So in order to love God, you have to love black people with woolly hair. And that's why the scripture says, he that don't love his brethren, you can't love God. You can't be killing black people in the street and claim to love God, man. You can't put black people in slavery for over 400 years and claim to love God, man. You can't be aborting your black kids and claim to love God, man. You can't be throwing your sisters to the side after having sex with them and claim to love God, man. Why? Because it's impossible, man. It's impossible to hate the people that God looks like and love him, man. If God was walking this planet today, you would be mistreating him too. You understand? If Jesus Christ was walking this planet today, you would be mistreating him too, man. These nations claim to love God, but they'd be oppressing God too if he was walking this planet, man. They'd be raping God's resources if he was walking this planet, man. They'd be raping Jesus Christ's resources if he was walking this planet, man. They'd be saying Jesus Christ is a nigger if he was walking this planet right now. They'd be calling God a nigger if he was walking this planet right now. There's no way these other nations love God, man, because they don't love his people. That's impossible. Get me. Salakia. Daniel 10 and verse 5, man. This is going into more description of what Jesus Christ looked like. All these nations claim that they love Jesus Christ, man. Claim that they know Jesus Christ. They don't even know what he looks like, man. They say Jesus Christ is like this image right here, man. Somebody get me that image. Because what we're going in today is what Jesus Christ actually looks like, man. We're going into what God really looks like. And God's a black man according to the Bible, man. Jesus Christ is black according to the Bible, man. And this image is not a real image, man. This is the damn oppressor. This is the damn devil the Bible speaks of, man. Get that out of my face, man. Yo, get me what Jesus Christ looks like. Daniel chapter 10 and verse 5.
Daniel 10 verse 5. And I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen.
And this certain man that the Bible is describing is Jesus Christ, man. And we're going to get into that, man. Read it.
Whose loins were girded about with fine gold of Euphrates.
So he had on a golden girdle, you understand? A golden strap on his belly, man. A golden belt.
Read. His body also was like the beryl.
So beryl is green. So that means he had on a green garment with a golden belt. Read.
Khan. And his face has the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire.
So just like Revelation said, his eyes are going to be red like fire, man. Because he drank wine, man. We're not pulling no rubbish out in the Bible, you understand? We're reading you what Jesus Christ really looks like. We ain't talking out of our ass when we say that Jesus Christ is black, man. When we say God is black, why? Because we're going to get that in the Bible, man. Read.
Khan. And his arms and his feet.
This is his arms and his feet now. That image is a fake image. Why? Because his arms and his feet were like what?
Like in color to polished brass.
And that image there ain't in color to polished brass, man. It's not in color to brass bare in a furnace, man. That is not Jesus Christ. That is not what God looks like. God is a black man according to the Bible, man. And in order for you to love Jesus Christ, in order for you to love God, you must love black people. Why? Because these people that you are claiming to love, Jesus Christ and the God of this Bible that you're claiming to love, the Most High, Yahweh, is black according to this Bible, man. You do not love God. You do not love Jesus and oppress his people, man. You do not love Jesus Christ and you do not love God and keep his people at the bottom of society, man. That's impossible, man. Get me Matthew chapter 22 and verse 36. It's impossible that you oppress the people of God and claim to love God, man. None of you people talk up for us when we're going through oppression, when we're getting deported, but you claim to love God. Nah, man. You'll be letting God get deported just like black people are today, man. You'll be letting God get deported. You'll be letting Jesus Christ get deported back to Jamaica, just like the Caribbean people in England are getting deported today, man. You'll be letting Jesus Christ get his back whipped for 400 years, just like black people did today, man. Read that.
So Matthew 22 verse 6. Salakia. Matthew 22 verse 36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
You have to love according to the scripture through Yahushua. In order to love God, Salakia, the biggest and great commandment is to love God with all your heart and with all your soul, man. But how do you love God with all your heart and with all your soul, man? When you don't know what it looks like, when you are oppressing the people that God looks like, man. But let's read the second greatest commandment. Read.
And the second is likely unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thou shalt love who?
Thy neighbor as thyself.
And the second greatest commandment is to love thy neighbor as thyself, man. So, in order to love God, just like we've been saying, you have to love your brother, man. We're talking to black people right now. You need to love your brethren, man. We need to stop loving these other nations, man. Why? Because when you love your brother, that's you showing that you truly love God, man. When you love the people that God looks like, that's you loving God, man. That's why those are the two biggest commandments, man. You need to start loving each other, man. You need to stop killing each other in the streets, man. You need to start aborting your kids, man. You need to stop committing all manners of fornication with your sisters, man. Why? Because if you stop doing that, you're really showing love to your God, man. The black God, the God of this Bible, man. Christianity don't teach you how to love the God of this Bible. They teach you can do what you want to do. That's why this place today is in the turmoil it is in, man. That's why there's all manner of coronavirus, man. Everybody wants to eat what they think they can eat, man. When there's dietary laws in this Bible. The Bible tells you can't eat swine. The Bible tells you can't eat bats. The Bible tells you need to keep these laws of God, man. The Bible tells you can't kill your brother, man. And that's why the ISUPK are out here teaching, man. To love your brother. Stop killing your brother, man. Stop selling them drugs, man. Stop aborting your kids, man. And this is loving God too. Why? Because the God of this Bible is black, man. Your so-called Jesus Christ is black according to this Bible, man. And in order to love them, you have to love your brethren first, man. This is what we're out here teaching, man. Read it from the top again.
For the one card. Matthew 22, verse 36. Master, which is the greater commandment in the law?
So what's what's the most important commandment of this Bible, man? Read.
Khan. And Yahweh said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind.
So in order to love the God of this Bible, we've already told you, man. We've already told you, you have to love his people. You understand? And in order to love his people, you need to keep these commandments in the Bible, man.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.